Hey everyone, welcome to our Sunday stock watch. I did get a comment that the mic was very low, so hopefully it's better today. I don't want to be yelling into the mic, But first things first, let's go over the economic calendar, just get that over with, and then we'll start going over some levels. So Monday, no news Monday, nothing scheduled. Tuesday, we do have job openings, so make sure to watch for that. Wednesday, we have CPI. Thursday, we have PPI, and then Friday, consumer sentiment. So, not super news heavy besides obviously Wednesday and Thursday with CPI and PPI data coming out, inflation data if you aren't sure. But yeah, next things, let's go over some levels. So, obviously, we have had a lot of selling recently, even in overnight as of right now. We are still selling since overnight just opened about an hour ago. Yeah, Q's is sitting around 487 after that Friday end of day bounce. So going into this next week, no news Monday especially, I don't want to try to predict anything, but I do think we could definitely see a bounce. Crypto, not as much. I'll talk about that later. But I do think we could see a potential bounce, but some levels I will just go over is obviously, so we did kind of see into low 481 area. That's kind of where we made a mark, 481, 482. So definitely be watching for that area if we do get some downside. But if we do get that bounce, you got to watch for above 492 and then reaching to around 498. Maybe we'll get 500 again on Qs. Who knows? But yeah, again, I am looking forward to seeing a bounce. I could be wrong about this, so please do not this is just kind of my prediction. This is not don't base this off of anything, please. But yeah, I would really like to see it bounce into tomorrow and Tuesday. Now for Wednesday and Thursday, that's just going to depend on the data that comes out. So we'll see with that. But that being said, yeah, so make sure to just have those levels marked, the lower 482 area, and then above 490, we want to see 492, 495 area, and 498. So make sure to have those in mind. Next, let's go over SPY real quick. So same sort of thing, obviously, as Qs. We move the same, basically. So we did get this lower 567 area. So I would be watching for that. I would just be watching for below 570. So SPY right now is sitting at 572.30 overnight. So yeah, once we hit kind of below 570, I would watch for that 567 if we are bearish. Now, if we no news Monday, we get a bounce, I would be looking above 575 and reaching up towards around, we could see 578 to 581. So watch for those. Next thing, we do have Tesla. Now, Tesla still selling, although, you know, I am really liking Tesla going into this next week. We are sitting at 257, so nothing terrible. I do really think we kind of saw the bottom, near the bottom at least. We kind of went back to these November, October lows pre-Trump, basically. And then obviously once Trump got elected, Tesla ran. But we kind of touched on those October, November area. So if that's telling you anything, I definitely think Tesla could see a nice bounce this next week. So sitting at 257, nothing, not bad. Obviously some downside from Friday close. So we could see above, I would be looking to see above that 260 area first, and then I want to see 268, and then I would like to see 274. So if we are bullish. If we're bearish, we could again see back down to those October, November levels, down to 240 area even if we really start going. But yeah, just be watching for that. I mean, exact levels below there would kind of be this like 257 that we saw, and then reaching into like 251. Next thing, I'm not going to go over SMCI. Nvidia obviously selling with the rest of the market. If we do get a bounce this coming week, I would like to see 118, us reaching above 115 to 118 on Nvidia, maybe 120. We'll see how big the bounce is. If we don't, we could see, if Nvidia is sitting, let's see, Nvidia is sitting at 111 right now. 111.01 specifically. So if we see below 110 on Nvidia, easily we could see 107 to 106. So watch for that. AMD, I'm not going to go over. Coin, I think coin is probably going to open extremely low tomorrow. Oh, actually, we are sitting at 205 right now, which isn't exactly what I expected to see. 205 overnight, but I do, if Bitcoin continues and we see below 80K, you could be sure we're going to see coin at 190, maybe even 180. So watch for that. If somehow Bitcoin doesn't go below 80 and we start recovering, definitely watch for coin to be back at that 212 area, 218, maybe even 225 like we saw last week. We kind of got a nice big range last week. So watch for that. Apple's been holding up nicely. So if we see above 240, I would be looking for around 245 area on Apple. If we get more selling, we don't hold this area up, I'm probably not going to be looking to short Apple since we have been holding up really nicely, but I would look for 235 area around there. I think right now overnight market we're sitting at 237, so not far off from Friday close. Meta, obviously ton of selling on this one. If we do see a bounce, I would like to see back to 645 to 650. Obviously Meta gets a huge range, so that is ideally what I would want to see. If we see more selling, I believe right now Meta is sitting at 618. So if we see more selling, we could see into 605, below 600. Bad news bears. Yeah, so just be careful of all those areas. Next, not going to go over Google. I'm not really looking at Google this week. Palantir. We'll go over Palantir. So above, if we do continue above 85, I would like to see 90 to 93 area for Palantir this week if we get a bounce. If we don't, we could continue lower, probably again into that 79 area, 78 potentially. So just be watching for that. And one thing I want to say is, I'm giving you guys both ends because I don't know what's going to happen. I don't predict anything. I'm telling you guys this could happen based off that, and this could happen based off this. So no news Monday. We could very much so get a bounce. Trump comes out and says tariffs. Tomorrow morning, we're not going to get a bounce. So be aware of that. Wednesday, CPI comes in poorly. We have high inflation still. Continue even higher than last month. We're selling. We're selling for sure. 1,000% we're going to sell. But if inflation comes in as expected, or lower than expected, we won't be selling. See where I'm going with this? Anyways, MSTR, same sort of thing as coin, obviously. Right now we are at 267 on MSTR, so we did get some more downside than coin overnight so far based off of Friday close. Oof, this is a scary one. So yeah, I would be looking into 253, 255, 253 area on this. If we really continue, if we see Bitcoin below 80, MSTR, yeah. If we don't, I'm not really looking to take any upside on coin or MSTR. just because the way Bitcoin has been moving, it's not really worth it. Next thing, let's go over Broadcom. So last week we did get a really nice earnings bounce. So this has been trading a little slightly better than that massive sell-off. It was really selling with Nvidia. So we could see back above 200 if we get a bounce tomorrow. In that case, I do want to see up to 205 to 208 area. If we don't, we could just continue back into 190 to 187 range. So just keep that in mind. Other than that, yeah, I don't think there's much more that I really want to go over right now. Yeah, that's mostly it. So thank you guys so much for listening. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, please just let me know. DM me, you know where to find me. And yeah, thank you guys for watching.